Okay, so I made this blog post the other day about kicking the ball farther, and what I did is I tried to reflect on what it is that's different about how people who can kick the ball quite far and have learned the technique well, and people who are just getting started, like younger kids and maybe parents that are working with their kids on their soccer. And so anyways, the blog post has this photo of Megan Rapinoe getting ready to kick the ball quite far, it looks like, while she's running. And you can see that she's really leaned back a lot. She's running quite fast forward, right? And then a similar image comes across in Nick the Beast 95 or Nick's video here, and there's a number of things that we can kind of unpack from that, and I definitely recommend watching his video, which is linked on the blog post. And one of the things that I'm going to do actually here is step through a different part of the video and talk about kind of another observation about body position. And so I guess the kind of key thing to understand about kicking the ball far is it's not about your leg, it's about what your whole body is doing. And you can see from this series of 4 images here that Nick is running quickly, and he's planting right next to the ball, but away from it a bit, but like not past it or not behind the ball, but off to the side of it. And you can see that there's something interesting happening with his hands. And so as he's set up for the move, his right foot, his striking foot, is back, and his planting foot is forward, and his right hand is forward, and his left hand is back. And so there's kind of a twist. His hips are facing to the right, and his shoulders are facing to the left. And then when he plants, he's going to twist such that his shoulders are going to twist back to the right, and his leg is going to swing around to the left, and his hips are going to move to the left. And that stopping and twisting and kicking moment is where the power, the momentum for moving forward is being transferred to the ball. And so if you had like a little kind of physics diagram, a big part of his forward momentum is being absorbed by the ball and is being transferred to the forward momentum of the ball. And so prior to the kick, he's moving forward quickly, and after it, he's going to move forward still a little bit slowly. But the other thing he's doing is he's using some sort of rotational inertia that he's set up in his body position, and the difference between his shoulders and his hips that gets twisted when he kicks. And what we can do is we can look at a second image of that there, and what we're going to do is we're going to step through. I think I can do this here. Oh, I can't. Rats. I guess I'll just have to double click the play button here. But we're going to, yeah, here he comes, right? So what I want you to notice here is that in his run-up, he's leaning to the left here. And what two things that's doing is that, one, that's opening up his hip so that his foot can swing along the ground for longer, which makes the contact range for hitting the ball with his foot at the right sort of angle longer. If you imagine just swinging a bat like horizontally along, like dragging it along the ground, you're going to contact the ball through a wide range versus swinging it vertically. But so anyways, let's watch his body position. Yeah, there. See how much his center of gravity is off to the side of the ball, and his foot is swinging in from the side. That's allowing his foot to swing for a long, maybe 1.5 feet there near the surface of the ground, and then slide under the ball. If he was more upright, then his foot would only have a very narrow range where it was swinging close to the ground. So that's the idea here. He's sweeping underneath it. And then there you can see his foot has passed through it, right? And it's off to the side. And I think in the next, if we can pause this at the right moment, we can see that there his hips have finished off to the left there. And we don't see his shoulder here because it's above the frame, but his shoulders would be facing a bit to the right. And there's planting. You can see now he's planting, his legs are a bit crossed. He's planting to the left of his foot, of his contact place. And that's where his center of gravity has ended up going. And he lands on that foot too, so he had a lot of momentum there. And then his path of travel afterwards is off to the left there. So when he pivoted, the curving kind of trajectory of his momentum through his foot continued his body off to the left there. But the ball, we'll see, is going to land here straight into the net, or it even hits the crossbar, I think. And then there it is. Bing. Alright, so anyways, that's one thing I wanted to emphasize. In addition to the things that come up in the blog post, it's helpful to see the body position as a whole and the trajectory of the foot and kind of where the center of gravity is, which I think is quite different. If you'll see younger kids, they're going to be running much more straight onto the ball, and they're going to be trying to power the ball with their leg instead of with their whole kind of torso and their whole momentum. Anyways, that's it for now.